So there is a relation to his passing, and it's the article of kisses. So we know that the kiss, it's a very sacred thing according to Kabbalah. I mean, people using it very casually, and sometimes it's related to lust, to sex, and things like that. But it says that the Zohar explained to us that kiss is actually, the whole idea of a kiss is really that the soul can be attached to the other soul. And there is something very special. It's called the death of a kiss. It says like a person that can leave the world with a kiss. And says that it's a death when the person has no suffering in reality. This means that he passed away either through sleep or in a way that is very peaceful, and that's called the death of a kiss. Yeah, but the Zohar says here, and I'm going to read you the Aramaic. Let's read it from here. I think it's better. רבי יהודה אמר, כתיב, וישק יעקב לרחל, וישא את קולו ויבך. אם היכה בכה אלה בהידבקותה, דרוכה בה, לה יכיל ליבה למזבח, הוא בכה והייתי מהו כתיב. וישקהו ויבכו תנינן, אם היי ניקוד וישקהו, אלא דלה הידבקה ברוחה כלל. ועל דה כתיב, ונעתרות נשיקות שונא. מה היו נעתרות נשיקות שונא? אלא מאן דנשיק בחביבותה, והידבק רוחה ברוחה בדביגותה דחביבותה, ומאן דלה נשיק בחביבותה, לאו בדביקותה הוא, אלא ונעתרות, מה היו נעתרות? גסותה דלה דחיק רוחה בהוא נשיקה. ולה הידבקה בכלל, ובגינה כך כתיב, ישכני מנשיקות פיו דהו דביקותה רוחה ברוחה. Someone wants to read for us the English, even from the online? Or maybe, Maurice, can you see it? Can you read it?
I can read?
Yes.
I will try. Rabbi Yehuda said, it is written, and Jacob kissed Rachel and raised his voice and wept. Bereshit 29-11. He asks, why did he cry? He answers, when his spirit clung to her, his heart couldn't hold out, so he wept. One may inquire about and kissed him, and they wept. Bereshit 33-4. He answers, as we learned, why are there dots over the word, and kissed him? It's because his spirit didn't cling to him at all. About this is written, but the kisses of an enemy are profuse, also deceptive. Mishlei 27-6. What is meant by but the kisses of an enemy are profuse? But one who kisses with love, spirits clinch one to another, clinging with love. One who does not kiss with love, there is no clinging but deception. What is meant by deceptive? It is coarseness, as the spirit doesn't clinch with that kiss, and it doesn't clinch at all. So therefore it is written, let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth, which is the clinging of spirit to spirit.
So, of course, the story begins with the tale about the love that exists between Rachel and Jacob. We know that the love, it was so strong that he was willing even to wait for her for so many years, being a sign. Her father gave Leah first to him, but the love was so strong, and says that kisses can be only taking place while you truly love someone. And only then it says that the two spirits are uniting, the two souls are able to unite. And there is another story about Jacob after he was actually fighting against the angel of death. He met with his brother Esau, that there was hatred there, It says in that moment, Jacob kissed him, and says that all the hatred dissipates, vanished in that moment. He uses the power of kiss with love, as the Zohar explained to us, to remove hatred. It means that the two souls will be able to be aligned and united And that's what removed all the space that exists between them, all the conflicts about the firstborn, the birthright, and all of that was able to vanish. So just for connecting to Arthur, this was his favorite article, as I heard. So it's interesting. But in moving to our subject of the class today, we know that we are on the verge of entering to Rosh Hashanah. And Rosh Hashanah is such a powerful time. As I said, it's a time of judgment. And when judgment comes, what is it real judgment? For many people, it can be translated as time of punishment. We always translate judgment to, that something is preventing me to get what I want, isn't it? That's what judgment. I want something, but because I have judgment, I cannot receive it. This is what judgment is, isn't it? But we need to understand, that the cosmos is so sophisticated in the way of its design that judgment is so essential for us, so we can earn everything in this world. So of course, now we are the month of Et Ratzon, time of good willing, opening. Things can be changed so easily. Things can be asked for. But there are conditions of how we can really get those things. There is a condition. I mean, we have to earn it, yeah? And we know that on Rosh Hashanah, the world is bombarded with all the blessings that humanity is supposed to receive, yeah? Whatever humanity is supposed to be on a personal level, each and every one of us, on the level of life or death, of sickness, on the level of family relationship, children, soulmates, all of that connotations, and all the level of finance. It's all being determined by that. We don't really have a choice later on, which says that we can maybe, after Rosh Hashanah, we can maybe try to touch to the maximum credit that was given to us on Rosh Hashanah. And sometimes we, over the year, because we are falling from all the promises that we put together, we kind of limited even that credit limit that we have. Is that making sense? It means that Rosh Hashanah give us like a credit limit saying this is your top for the year, but most of us not even reaching that. You understand? And some of us can change it even for the better over the year, but you have to be very determined, very spiritual, investing a lot of efforts in order to do so. But other than that, we don't have choice after, whatever you prepare till this day, that's what you're going to have. That's it. Very simple. That's the computer, that's what it produced according to all our efforts, according to all our karma, and so on and so on. So it's considered to be judgment because it's pretty much related to what we call the light of wisdom and the light of mercy. Okay? So we know that when the word is infused with so much energy that we all desiring to receive, because we all wanting blessing, give me everything. I want the jackpot. I want to have the easiest business deal. I want no conflicts. I want everything to go my way. We are there, yeah? But the question is, if we do have the vessel for it. That's the question. You understand? And this is the reason why when there is such a blast of energy coming down to earth, that's what the Satan, the opponent, was assigned to do. Is we say, wait a second. You remember what you promised when you came here to this world? You wanted to earn. You wanted to come here in order to share. Wait a second. Why are you asking all of those blessings for yourself? Can you really handle them? Did you create the right vessel for them? So what creates the right vessel for those blessings? What do you think? What will build and prepare us for all those blessings? You can say that, yeah. Sharing, okay. Tshuva, okay, good. Yes, good answers. Exactly. So this is the term. Restriction is putting everything in one box, pretty much. It's the word is restriction, because the only free choice that we really have is restriction. So the question is, are we going to, can you take it to slide 3? No one? No one? Okay. So we see there is the light of Chasadim and there is the light of Chokhmah. Now, what are the difference between the two? The light of Chokhmah, which is related to the left column, it's related to Rosh Hashanah. It's related to wisdom. It means that if I have the right wisdom, I know automatically what's need to be done, how I need to operate, and so on and so on. And it's the joy of receiving. That's what the light of Chokhmah is. You know, every time you receive a compliment, you eat something that is very tasty for you. You know, something goes your way. You receive a sum of money. This is called the energy, the light of Chokhmah. Okay? But every time the light of Chokhmah, this light of wisdom coming to us, it must be involved with judgment. It's much awaken the question, what am I going to do with this? For what consciousness I receive it? And what I'm intending to do with it? For my consciousness. So they say either this energy goes directly to the soul, infusing me because I build a vessel for it, or either it goes and causing me to be even more selfish, even less appreciated, you know. So many people that come to study from the wrong reason, they say, oh, I want my soul, oh, I want a better job, oh, I want a good career, oh, I want to improve my health. And they coming here, and the moment they receive it, that would be the reason why they're going to leave. So you understand, it means that the receiving caused the judgment for them to take them away from the path of spirituality. Why? Because the consciousness wasn't right and the vessel wasn't built right. So what the opponent does is actually on our side. We think it's actually our enemy, but he's our own side. He said, no, I'm going to create so many prevention. I will put so many people to go against you. I will create delays. I will create people to go after you and to blame you in different things, just in order for you to kind of earn that. Because maybe you didn't prepare yourself, your vessel wasn't ripe enough. So if you're not ready for it, if you didn't construct the vessel of restriction ahead of time, most likely we won't be able to stay enough time really to really earn that blessings. And that's really the process that happens on Rosh Hashanah. The Creator say, I want to renew your vessel. Satan say, wait a second. Let me look at their files. They are ready. The vessel is built. Did they put shotrim and shotrim? This is what our portion talk about. Did they really assign judges on all their gates? Did they really check their desire, if it's sincere or not, if it's from the right place or not? Did they put police officers, those people, to prevent them to receive what they want, you know? This is what's really happening. So ahead of time, we have this month, and this is a month of mercy. This is an opportunity for us to build our vessel. This is an opportunity for us to make the restriction. And what would be the restriction? I will show you. No. So next slide, yes. Okay. So exactly as some of you channeled, there are the tools that have been given to us during this month in order for us to be ready for all those renewal that the Creator wants for us. You know, we know that the creation happens on the creation of Adam and Eve that relates to Rosh Hashanah happens on the 6th day. 6th day is the most powerful day. Why? It's connected to Yesod. Is when all the light is tunneling into Malchut. So we can become the kings. Malchut, it's kingdom, isn't it? So Rosh, which is the head, where you put the crown? On the head. So it's not really another New Year celebration. it's to really to become the king, to be able to overrule this physical reality. Okay? So the way to do it and to receive all those blessings, that's it. It's through tshuva, tefillah, tzedakah. What is the tshuva? What is the tefillah? What is the tzedakah? So the process of tshuva is pretty much that I'm admitting that everything that happens to me, it's actually relate to my movie, and I'm all responsible for. This is what tshuva is. In simple words, I'm taking responsibility for everything. Yeah? I'm taking responsibility. It means there is no blaming of other people anymore. What is forgiveness? I'm stopping blaming the other person. This is it. This is what true forgiveness is. So far, I was blaming him, so doing this, that to me. He was the cause. Now I'm saying, no. I'm taking full responsibility. Even if someone hurt me, or of course, if I know that I hurt another person, I'm taking responsibility for it. And the moment I take responsibility, that's the moment I'm actually saying, I'm willing to be a different person, isn't it? I don't want this old vessel. This old vessel didn't serve me right. I saw the limitations. I saw what it caused. I saw all the circumstances that it brought to my life. No, I want a new vessel. That's what tshuva is. That's one. Tefillah. What is tefillah? It's the part when we are knowing that we're missing the energy. We knowing that we don't see the big picture. Therefore, we're calling for help from the upwards. That's what tefillah is. Tefillah is divided to meditation and prayer. Yeah. So meditation is when I hear the signs from the cosmos. Yeah. And prayer is when I'm asking to open the gates. I know I'm not deserving. I know my past. I'm realizing. I know why the gates are shut down on me, but I'm asking them to be open. Yeah? In a condition, of course, of change and all of that. And that's where comes the word tzedakah. That's so essential. So the tzedakah is the moment that I'm actually saying that through my sharing, I can build the vessel of mercy. All of those, it's manners of sacrifice. It's not pleasant. It's not pleasant to give a compliment in comparison to receiving a compliment. They are in a bit different, energies of enjoyment. We need to learn. It's like the relationship between us right now. I'm the one that gave in the class. You are the one that receiving the class. Yeah, vessel and light. My joy of the class has a different taste to your joy from the class, but both are joyful. One is this joy of receiving. One is the joy of giving. Yeah. So the sacrifice of these restrictions that apply on those months, those building the vessel to hold all this light that comes during Rosh Hashanah. Is that making sense? It's a new way for us to look at Rosh Hashanah. It's interesting, isn't it? Not like I'm fighting against Satan, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Yeah, there is also this kind of game that's going on, that through the shofar, we actually confusing the voice of judgment, yeah, and saying, no, I'm already a different person, because the person that's going to make the effort to be in New York, to be here, to be wherever he is, in the connection, is already declaring, I want a new vessel, I want to change. But to what extent I want to change, yeah? So, I want to call Tamar to give us some ways to workshop on how we can prepare ourselves. What would be one of the ways we can prepare ourselves to do those acts that relate to tshuva, tefillah, and tzedakah? That all of them we can going more into more details, but definitely it's all about the sacrifice. So as much as I'm actually willing to build a bigger vessel, my tshuva magnitude going to be much on a bigger scale. Yeah. It's like I'd be willing to give up of my ego in so many different ways that I wasn't willing to give before. And my tefillah, my investment into meditations, waking up in the morning, doing the different connection, grabbing every tool that exists out there that Kabbalah Center never stopped to share on so many different channels. But I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna want it and I'm gonna try it and I'm going to be sincere with it. And the level of tzedakah, where through the giving of charity, helping other souls, helping really, to bring all those amazing writings that we have, for example, that are not yet available, for example, in English. The Zohar is available, but we're reading from like the Arif on Rosh Hashanah, reading for so many different texts that are not yet available in English. Imagine yourself like we creating that vessel for more people through the Kabbalah Center, for more people really to have this access to this knowledge. It's going to raise consciousness to so many other people. So those are the way we can build true vessel. So Tamar.
So there was a story about a man. Probably some of you know that story, heard it a couple of times. But a man that really couldn't find a job and couldn't find a relationship. Like he felt
because there's nowhere else that you can go.
Really begging the creator, please help me, show me what I need to do, what I must have those things. I really want, I'm willing to work for it. So one day he got a dream, and in the dream he got a message that there is a huge rock that he should go and start to push. And I wake up in the morning, he going to that place that he saw in his dream, and he find there a huge rock, and he start to push the rock, working all day, pushing the rock, pushing. Okay, go back to sleep. Wake up the day after again, going to the rock and push it, and like that he's continuing another day, month, 2 months, half a year.
Okay, later.
And suddenly, he got good shape. He finding work. He start to earn money. Looking good, having money. He found a girlfriend, got married, and even he decided to build a house next to that rock, having children, right? And every day, going, pushing the rock, continue his life, until, slowly, he got so busy, he started to forget from that rock. And, being busy in life and kids and home and work, and he stopped to push the rock. And together with that, he started, to feel weak and not so healthy. And he lost his job because of that. And his wife that, felt that he's like not so attractive, like even went and looked for other relationship and left him. And suddenly all his life fall apart. So again, he was crying, and coming the creator with question, please, creator, why everything fall apart? Why it's happening to me after all the achievement I got? And the creator, came to him and said, why did you stop to push the rock? I told you to push the rock. He said, yeah, but I pushed it so many years for so long, and this rock didn't move nowhere. So why to continue? The creator said, did I ask you to move the rock? No, I just asked you to push the rock. And this is our job. And if you listen to Michael lecture, right? Most of us was here, maybe at home, you listen to it. If not, I highly recommend from the previous Shabbat. And what Michael explained us about the process of tshuva, thinking that we are creating the change, that we are the one that, with our powers, making the difference, the transformation. It's, thinking that it just makes us being more far from the light. And all the idea is that we need to make the effort and understanding that the light is what making the change. The creator is what really moving the rock from one place to another. But we, as David explained, we are the one to build a vessel. We are the one to show our desire. We are the one to do those actions to build a different vessel. The light will create, the creator, the light will create the change, but we just need to create the vessel. And there is a beautiful question. Actually, Marissa recently asked me all the time this question that I want to ask you, and I want you to sit and write it to yourself. If everything is possible, if you can ask for anything, what the transformation that you would like to see in yourself, in your life? Where is the, the ultimate me? Where, areas of my life that I want to remove fears, where I want to remove doubts, and I want to be more with unconditional love and more kindness, and, and be less, with that ego and respect and looking for what others thinking about me. What areas in my life I want to have some clarity, some, a stronger intuition, ability, not with all those calculations in the head, too much thought, like to have that, feeling, knowing where I need to go, what I need to say. Think about all those areas in your life where you want to see that transformation, and how you will be in that place. Please take 5 minutes and share it in your table.
You can send them back to breakouts, okay? So according to what we said so far, when we know that the only free choice is restriction, isn't it? Now, what type of restriction I'm willing to commit myself this month, from planning into action this month, not the next year, this month. We don't have much time, 27 days. What I'm willing to do and commit myself, that it's going to extend myself in a way that's going to construct a vessel for this perfected self that I want to be. Okay? So share with others. You don't have to share everything with others, but to take it tonight, later, and to put a contract with yourself of what type of commitments you are willing to sacrifice. That's the drill. It's really calling for action for the next 27 days. Remember, this is the only thing that will allow that to happen. All right? Points that we share today, very, very clear. So in relation to what's the portion of the year, portion of the week, share with us. Shoftim v'shotrim bish'arecha. It means the signs on all the different gates. Okay? So the Kabbalists explains to us that the gates are not just the different opening or different areas of life. It says also that it's the shiur. Shiur, it means that the amount, the extent of how I'm doing the checking of the house. This is what counts. To what extent I'm willing to go. That's the key point, yeah? So, of course, when we're talking about, when there is someone that his parents are giving him everything, yeah? So, of course, we know it's bread of shame. And, of course, most likely, he's not going to appreciate what his parents give to him. And, of course, most likely, he's going to resent and hate them. The reason why we got upset during last year, why we judge people, why we blame people, it's only of the reason of bread of shame. That's the only reason. It means that we didn't really were able to hold on to the blessing that we have. That's the reason it brought judgment. The moment judgment come with those blessings, let's say, I got gifts. I received too many free meals from the cosmos. If I didn't earn it, it's going to come with judgment. If I don't notice that I I was overflown by blessings, it means that actually, and I'm angry, it means that maybe I didn't notice the blessings and I lost the appreciation to what I have, but the effect of it is blaming others, is being upset, being unhappy. All of those times, that's really the symptoms of having bread of shame. It means that I didn't have the right vessel to hold it. So in this portion, what does it says? Shoftim v'shotrim. I'm going to read you the English first, the Aramaic first. ועוד קדוש ברוך הוא ושכינתה סעדין על ברנש הדרך דפעידותי בכם היום את השמיים ואת הארץ. את השמיים אהודי תמר בה ואתה תשמע שמיים ואת הארץ. אהודי תמר בה וארץ אדום רגלי ועוד תרין סעדרין עמודד עם צאתה וצדיק ונון עד. מש שמע אחד עד מין ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד. So the translation says, and the creator, and is the feminine in the Shekhinah, says that it's like used as a witness over the person. We know the big brother. What does it mean, the big brother? It means today you cannot disguise anything. You cannot hide anything. You know, Google is listening to us right now and creating marketing strategy on how they can sell us more things according to what we say. Yeah, constantly. Everything is transparent. We think, maybe someone doesn't see that I'm lazy. Maybe someone doesn't see that I'm not really pushing myself. Maybe someone doesn't see that, I have all these dark thoughts in my mind. Nothing can be hidden in this world. So in this article, it says that there are two witnesses, and that's the Creator and the Shekhinah. And it says not necessarily only in Rosh Hashanah. Say, Aidoti bachem hayom tashamayim va'aretz. Says that the witness is the sky, which is the Creator in that term, and the Aretz, which is the Shekhinah, which is the feminine aspect. Zeir Anpin and Malchut. It says, like, what is a witness? And when we say the Shema Israel, this prayer that I really recommend to everyone to learn it, to understand, because it's considered to be the most powerful meditation. So when we say the Shema, so the word Shema, there is in the end of the word Shema, the letter Ayin, and Shema Israel, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. Echad is end by the letter Dalet. And when you combine them, it's witness, it's ed. So it says that for every spiritual meditation that we do, if we do it with the right consciousness, if we're doing knowing that everything is transparent, and we might be not perfected, but we're making an effort and we have gradual growth with our effort. That's the most important thing. So it says this is really the witnesses, that the walls are witnessing for us. The walls, like the walls of our house, they're already receiving all our consciousness, and they're communicating with the Creator. As Michael shared with us last Shabbat, that the essence of tshuva exists within everything because it's predating the physical world. It means that the tshuva is there to help us, but there are two types. There is like the light of mercy. There is the light of chokhmah, the light of wisdom. So the tshuva, it's a light of mercy. So I have to connect to that. If I'm connecting everything in order to receive, I know that they're going to probably attract a lot of judgment over that. So why it's important to be careful of judgment on this month, because this is not really going to benefit me. We have enough those 10 days of judgment. Why do I need to add more? So that's the reason I need to have as many of restriction possible, knowing that everything is transparent. Everything that I'm doing is registered. Everything, every thought is registered, So it's not about being afraid. We're not a religion. It's just to know that it is count. Everything is put into this Excel sheet of the cosmic plan. That's the way it is. Therefore, the moment I make the effort to restrict, and especially on that month, it's so much more powerful, and it's going to grow my vessel so much for the upcoming year to receive all those blessings that exist. So yeah, I can move to questions if you guys want from the crowd.
So the announcement, if you can see on the screen and the TV, is a reminder that Rosh Hashanah is less than a month away. And we all have the opportunity, if you haven't gotten your ticket yet, your reservation, we have the opportunity to be with Michael and Monica and our global community in New York. Some people are going actually September 23rd before Shabbat comes in. Sorry, little angels over there. I'm unmuted on the screen, so yeah, thanks. So if you'd like, you can go before the Shabbat comes in. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. So anyhow, if you'd like to go to New York and you're not sure if you can make it work with timing, if you want to share a hotel, anything like that, we do have a group chat for people that want to go. You can just ping us in the Canadian Telegram group, and we can connect on details. Also, I think I was supposed to say that we're having a dinner and connections in Toronto if you're not able to go to New York. I know that several of our community members are making plans to gather here. I know Tamar was working hard on a special discounted price for those who would like to participate as a volunteer, getting ready for the meals, etc. So we definitely love to spend the connection with you either in New York or Toronto. Next slide. And very exciting, Kabbalah Center Global Tour. We're all going to Israel, Bezrat Hashem, with Michael and Monica, October 4th to 10th. Some people are going for Yom Kippur. Some people are going just for the Rav Zilula, Sukkot. It's going to be a very special time. There's a Tzadikim tour. There's additional things you can add on. There's many packages. There's Dead Sea tour. If you get package number 2, I believe, there's 7 meals included. They changed it. Package number 1, 7 meals included. There's also special packages if you'd like to stay in a luxury hotel. Otherwise, I know lots of people, again, might be looking to share hotel rooms and whatnot just to save on costs. Either way, amazing experience. I've never been to Israel. I can't wait to go with all of our community. We've been waiting for this moment. So there's a QR code there if you want to scan to sign up. And we've updated the link. So we're working hard to make sure the experience is as amazing as can be. So please check the link again if you haven't seen it in a few days. Anything else, David? No, that's it.